Welcome back to the Man United stream. Hope you are doing well. I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody before we kick off the show for subscribing and showing your support to the channel. Thank you very much. And to all the original subscribers of the channel who keep on commenting and liking the videos and watching our content, thank you very much for your support. We have to kick off the show with what happened at Spurs yesterday away from home, with Manchester United ending up losing 2-0. It was a really difficult game to watch as a Man United fan. Early on in the game, Bruno missed that header, and if that had gone in, it might have been a completely different game that we ended up watching. Man United, I think, would have gone on to win the game if that goal went in. It would have given them the confidence to go ahead and really push on, and that first goal would have quietened down the whole Spurs crowd, and it would have gone into dead silence. You could see the Tottenham crowd was nervous in the first half because Manchester United were playing good football, and they looked like that they were going to score. And Onana, what a player he's going to be. What passing that was. It was amazing to watch the goalkeeper of Manchester United playing them kind of passes. It was unbelievable. I really loved watching Onana play yesterday, and if United hadn't lost that game, we'd be all waxing lyrical about Onana today. After yesterday's game, the players and Ten Hag got a lot of criticism from some supporters saying that it wasn't good enough. I'm not going to go ahead and start criticising the manager and the player this early on in the season, but something is wrong. Something clearly is not working within the team. The players look like they're off the pace. They just look like they're still on pre-season tour. They're just not good enough right now. They're not up to speed, or there's something else wrong. It just looks like that the team is not enjoying playing football and what they're asked to do right now. The players look like they're a little bit confused. Rashford certainly doesn't like playing as striker. And then we have Mason Mount, whose role we're not quite sure about. What is he actually there to do for the team? Because he's very similar to Bruno Fernandes. But let's take a look at some of the positives we can take out from yesterday's game. Number one, Onana looked amazing. His passing ability was on full display yesterday, and you could see everyone in awe of what this goalkeeper can do and how he passes the ball out from the back. Amazing to watch. The other positive I found was that Manchester United were creating a lot more chances, and they had a lot more shots on target than what they did against Wolves on Monday. So that showed some kind of improvement from the team, and it showed that the team can go and create lots of chances if they wanted to. And so the positive was that they were improving as a team and they were creating lots more chances. Turning our attention to the negatives coming out of the Spurs game, well, we can say Garnacho struggled again on the left wing. There was talk of him being replaced before the game by Sancho, and I can see why. Although we did predict in our Friday preview show that Garnacho will be starting and Ten Hag will not be changing the team, and that is exactly what happened. The team did not change. Ten Hag kept it to the first 11 that he played against Wolves, but that didn't work again, did it? In Manchester United's next game against Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford, Ten Hag will more than likely be making some changes. I think he will be dropping Garnacho, bringing in Sancho, but Sancho will not be playing on the left wing. I think Sancho will be going as a striker and Rashford will be playing on the left wing. I think that's the way he's going to set up the team as he did in pre-season. There's still a massive question mark on Højlund and whether he's going to be fit enough to play in that game. I don't think he is. I think the talk is that he's going to be available for the game after. But what is clear is that Man United have not been planning well enough for the start of the season. They've not been signing players well enough, and they've not brought in players in time. There were some people criticising Ten Hag, but I think that's really unfair. Right now, so early on in the season, he's trying to implement something, and we've got to stick with him. We've got to have some faith in the manager, and I think he will come good. It's harsh blaming a manager who asked for Harry Kane as a striker and didn't get him. It's harsh blaming a manager who asked for backing from the board and the owners, the Glazers, and they never gave it to him. The Glazers have not helped out Ten Hag. They've not backed him. They've not bought in the players that he's asked for. Ten Hag asked for Harry Kane as his main striker and then a young striker like Højlund as a backup option. Ten Hag always wanted two strikers coming in this transfer window, but it didn't happen simply because the Glazers are not quite sure what they're doing with the club. They don't know whether they're going to sell or not. They just don't know. And because of that, they've not really backed Ten Hag in going out there and buying the players that he needed. So we've ended up in the same position that Manchester United always do right at this point of time. We started the season and it's not gone too well, and Manchester United are now back to the drawing board looking for players to bring in and sort the team out. We did this last year and we ended up signing Casemiro and Antony in the last 2 weeks of the transfer window, and I think the same is going to happen right now. I think we're going to go out there and we're going to end up buying someone like Amrabat and another striker to make up that void of not having bought Harry Kane when we had the chance. Something needs to change, or else the knives will be out for Ten Hag and the players if they do not win the next game up against Nottingham Forest. Man United will be favourites to win that game at home against Nottingham Forest. I do not see them struggling against Nottingham Forest, who have just been promoted. I think United should win the game comfortably by at least 3 to 4 goals. If Manchester United do not win against Nottingham Forest, then there's huge problems at the club and someone will need to look into what's going on. So the question we have to all the fans watching right now is, how does Ten Hag fix this? How does he fix this problem? How does he stop the team playing the way it's playing? Please drop your comments below. Is he setting up the team wrong? Is he playing the wrong players? Is he playing the wrong formation? How does he go about changing this and getting back to winning ways? All throughout the summer transfer window, we've been hoping that Manchester United go out there and sign another striker and also sign Amrabat in the midfield, but that hasn't happened for whatever reason. We are hearing that Manchester United are still looking to sell Donny van de Beek. We heard from Ten Hag yesterday that Donny van de Beek didn't travel with the squad because they're looking to sell him. And then there's that massive question mark over Harry Maguire, who didn't travel with the team, but we were told that that is due to an injury and not because Manchester United were looking to sell him and get him out of the club, which is a shame because we really need to sell Harry Maguire, make some money and go out there and buy someone else as a replacement. Whether it's Pavard or Todibo, whoever it is, we need another centre-back to come in as a replacement. There's also reports and rumours going around that Manchester United might be interested in signing Marco Verratti of PSG, but these are just rumours. I've not heard anyone come out and confirm that this is true, so this is probably just a wild rumour going around because Verratti is available. And after seeing yesterday's performance by Manchester United, they're probably thinking that they need a centre defensive midfield in there as quick as possible. But I think Man United will be going after Amrabat. They've got personal terms agreed. There's nothing else to be done with him. They're just going to go in and get him. They just need to go and make an offer to Fiorentina and get him in as quick as possible and get him starting. United need at least 3 more new signings before the transfer window closes. They need a centre-back, they need a midfield player and they need a striker before the window closes. It's a must. And we're in no doubt that Ten Hag has made this clear to the board that he needs these signings in before the transfer window closes. But what we've heard is that the board and the ownership, the Glazers, haven't backed Ten Hag as they should. They could have raised these funds to buy these players, but they've chosen not to. They've chosen not to raise these funds because it's unclear what's going on with the future of Manchester United and what's going on with the ownership. So what they've done instead is sat back and just watched Ten Hag struggle. We've been told that the owners haven't got the appetite to go and raise these funds and go and buy new players. So it's really hard to start criticising Ten Hag for the team not doing well because he's not been backed by the board, he's not been backed by the owners, and they've not bought in the players that he's asked for. A simple analogy is that you're fixing something and you've asked for a Phillips screwdriver and someone's handed you a spanner. You can't do anything with that. That's exactly what's happened to Ten Hag. He's asked for Harry Kane and he's not got Harry Kane. He's asked for many other players who've not come in and not materialised. He went for Pavard and clearly that's fallen through as well. But let's end this show on a positive note. I do believe Manchester United will be going out there and buying some players for Ten Hag to go and start cooking with. And United will come good because that's the way United do it. We will always come good. We just need some positive vibes. We need the club to be sold to a new owner who can come in and wipe the slate clean and then buy the players that we need, and then we can start really showing what Manchester United are made of and get back to where we always belonged. With the help of billions of fans around the world, we can get rid of these owners and we can bring in some new owners that actually care about the club and care about where it's going and make the club great again. Please hit that like button and subscribe. You are watching the Man United Stream, a channel by the fans for the fans.